Right now, the world is quite peaceful as it is, and most people accept other people as who they really are. While racism is starting to disappear in the modern society, it was not always like this in the older time. In the mid-19th century, there was this small thing called slavery. It became one to write down in the history books as it really gave a lot of influence to the world we know as today. Slavery was pretty rough, with people being beat up and treated poorly. It was no wonder why a lot of dark-colored skinned people to try to escape to gain their freedom. This urges them to try different things to try to escape slavery, and the Underground Railroad was one of them. The Underground Railroad was a secret passageway used by the African American slaves to try to escape to the states that already abolished slavery, and to Canada, where slavery was not a thing. It was used steadily and kept on growing since the early 1800s until another small thing called the Civil War began in 1861. Okay, when I say the Underground Railroad, you might think it is like a mine shaft, where there is a railroad that is literally underground, as the name implies. However, surprise surprise, it is not. So why is it called the Underground Railroad then? Well, you see, the slaves that escaped through said passageway simply disappeared from the public, as if they had just went under the ground. And the railroad meaning because slaves were transported from one depot to another until they reached their destination, just like how a train on a railroad will travel from one station to another. The Underground Railroad was against the rules of the people who enslaved the dark-skinned people, obviously. So, just like the 2001 movie Ocean's 11, they must do everything in secrecy. Hence, the metaphors they use were born. For example, people who helped the enslaved find the railroad was called agents. The guides who led people to the next depot were called conductors. Hiding places were called stations. The enslaved who is trying to escape were called cargo or passengers. And the enslaved would get a ticket. After they decided that they would want to sip the cup of tea called freedom, the enslaved will then travel in groups of 15 to 20 people to the north at night for up to 32 kilometers until they reach the next station. A message of notice will then be sent to the next station to let them know that they are coming. It is truly amazing to know how those people struggle to look for their freedom, which is something they were supposed to have right from the get-go. Surely we would never hope something like this would ever happen again. So let's all just live in peace, knowing that no matter the background, we are all the same inside. Thanks for watching.